a week one opening game for the Oakland Raiders for the 2017 campaign. Oh, dude. So Buffalo jumps out to a 14-0 lead. In fact, let's go over the scoring summary. The Raiders win the toss, got the ball, and Carr gets sacked, fumbles, Buffalo recovers, and McCoy scores, and it was just, I think it was just, I don't know, like the 14-yard line. Stopped the Raiders cold, got the ball, punt went in the end zone. First play, LaShawn McCoy busted 80 yards, jukes Reggie Nelson out of his jock. It was an unbelievable move. Goes 80 yards, and I'm thinking, here we go. We got a shitty quarterback we're going up against. You know, we got every advantage there is, but hey, it's in Buffalo. If you haven't been to Buffalo, my God, great stadium, best fans. I've been almost every stadium there is in the NFL. Buffalo, hands down, has the best fans. Was there January a few years ago against the Jets. They had absolutely nothing to play for. The Jets win, they go to the playoffs, and went right down the wire. Bills came away with a victory. And the fans are just awesome. Look at this. 2-yard run, 80-yard run, and the Raiders get a break. They get a great pick from their rookie linebacker, Albright, and puts them in great position, but they can't execute and get the needed first down to keep the drive alive. And the rookie, Roethlisberger, goes through and just nails a 50-yarder to put the Raiders on. Then Richard, he was stopped, and he lowered his shoulders, something Murray didn't do. That's why we didn't re-sign him. Lowered his shoulder, bounces off 2 tacklers, jukes, and takes off on a 46-yard run. Then they get the ball right back, and Walford, great route. It looked like he was going on a fly route, cuts it off, breaks it. Carr delivered the ball perfectly. The defender dove, missed, and he took it down the sideline for a 45-yard pass. That's odd saying that Roethlisberger made that kick, but he didn't. The kick actually the extra point got blocked. But right before halftime, Walford caught a pass and was hit, fumbled, recovered by Buffalo. Nice return, but the booth reviewed Walford's knee was down before the ball came out. So Raiders continued the drive, and Carr capped that off with just 9 seconds left in the half. And so the Raiders come back and they score, oh my God, 23, 30, like 34 unanswered points, right? Yeah, 34 unanswered points. So they have a 23 to 14 halftime lead, and then Crabtree gets loose deep on a fly route. Carr hits him absolutely perfect right on the 3-yard line, takes it in, goes for 2. The youngster Brown catches it on an in pattern, so that gives them a little bit more room. Then Roethlisberger converts on a 23-yarder. They should have gotten the TD. It wasn't execution. It was just Carr had a misread. He had Crabtree wide open and just overthrew him. That's all it was. Buffalo comes back and gets 10 points and makes a game of it, and they come within 10 points. But then Smith just basically kills that. And Smith is our backup tight end, primarily a run blocker, and he ran the most perfect corner pattern. Gathered it in right around the 5-yard line, and then took it to the distance for the touchdown. So the Raiders come out, the huge road win, 41-24, and the team stats are absolutely epic. So we have 404 yards of offense from the Raiders. They did give up 310, but a lot of that was in garbage time. So, that's one thing I hate about the defensive ratings. It all goes by yardage allowed. It really should. I have no idea how you'd go through and measure that, but defense, Of course, other than the 80-yard run they gave up from McCoy. But solid 149-yard effort on the ground. You take the 80 yards away, and that 137 becomes 57. So the Raider defense really did a solid job without Alden Smith. Passing, solid 255 from Carr. Carr had 4 touchdowns. Just was completely on. Look at this. Only 13 first downs because there's so many big plays. Punt return yards, Jalen Richard is now our punt returner. He was awesome. He had like a 30-yard punt return. He was just on. So turnovers, this was the key. +4 on the turnover after the first one that we gave up, which led to the early Buffalo touchdown. It was just lights out. Third down conversion, you can see we're pretty much dead even, but the third down conversions happened late when we had the lead. We're just going through and protecting it with prevent defense. Coming down, penalties are almost the same, and possession time is very similar as well. As we talked about pregame with Cardell Jones, who was taking over for Tyler Taylor. Look at his rating, 33.5. He was looking good at the beginning, but five picks. 5 picks. It was awesome. This was just a missed-stat. This is the one where Walford caught it, fumbled, and was returned. And for some reason, Madden decided to give him a pass attempt for that. Go figure. But dude, seriously, look at Carr. 23 of 30, 270 yards, 76% completion, 4 TDs, no picks, 9 yards an attempt. Dude, anything over 7.5 is awesome, and 9 is just out there. 45 yards is the longest for his completions. I mean, Carr was absolutely on today. Rushing. Hopefully we can get the running game more in gear. Washington really struggled. We may want to curtail his carries and just keep Washington only as a third down back. I mean, Grant, the rookie, 6 carries, 25 yards was great. Let me do this. Let's get off this. Oh, look at McCoy, 23 carries, 135 yards. You remove the 80-yard run, 22 carries for 55 yards. Just over 2 yards a carry. This is great. So this has changed this to us. So look at Richard, 16 carries, 97 yards. He did have yards after contact. 62 is pretty awesome. 46 was his long. You take that off. 46. 15 carries, 51 yards. That's still decent. That's not a bad day. So Richard did great. 3 broken tackles. I like that. Washington also had 3 broken tackles, but we got to get Washington down to 2 to 4 carries a game. Let Grant get some more carries. Grant needs more carries. I think great things are going to happen for this guy. So receiving, look at Walford. Walford is coming into his own. 9 catches, 133 yards. A lot of them were clutch catches, and yards. This is rack. 55 yards in rack. This is awesome. The big issue I have right now is you look at Amari Cooper, 1 catch, 0 yards. That was on a wide receiver screen. He had 2 drops. Both would have been huge plays and kept drives moving, and he dropped both of them. Again, I think this was the one that went to Walford. Give it to the linebacker. That never happened. The 6-yard catch from Grant was unbelievable. It was a great diving over the shoulder catch, beautifully done. None of the sub receivers caught any balls, which is surprising. But look, 4 TDs, 4 different receivers. Carr was absolutely on. And look, the line did well. only gave up 2 sacks, and they were both from, one was a rookie and both of them were first-year starters. So I'm really, really happy about that. Now on the defensive side, Nelson, oh my God, Nelson had a great game other than getting juked out of his jock by McCoy early on in the first quarter. He came back solid. 8 tackles, 2 picks. The last one was the last play of the game, so I'm not really going to count. You know what? It's a pick is a pick. But Nelson came back, had a solid game. The real story, which isn't on here on the tackles, was Joseph. Carl Joseph, my God, he had 4 batted down passes, and all the batted down passes he did were potential really big plays. He had a game for himself. Let's go look at tackles for loss. Heaney, who's the backup linebacker, he came in, had some good. We had solid play all through, but the real key is we had 8 sacks. 1.5, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sacks. 6 times we took him down. Mack had a great game. 4 solo tackles, 4 assists, 8 total, 1 for a loss, 1.5 sacks. I really don't understand why the tackles for loss doesn't incorporate the sacks as well. I'd kind of figure that would come into play. And of course the picks. Riley had a great 49-yard return, which led to a Raider touchdown. Carl Joseph had a pick. But Albright really set the stage because Albright's pick came when the Raiders were down 14-0. And that really helped change the momentum in the game and led to the nice victory. Kicking... There we go, extra points, 3 out of 4. He did have that great 51-yard field goal. That was awesome. King, my God, 49-yard average. Hang on. Said here he had a block. He did not. I don't know why he has a block listed. Kick returns, pretty par for the course. But look at this. Look at this, 2 punt returns for a 27.5 average. Hey, if you can get a 7-8 yard average on a punt return, that's awesome. So Richard, we're going to absolutely keep him around for that. All right, well, that'll do it for the recap of the game. It was an awesome one, and we'll catch you soon. Darth Raider 77, I'm out.